farm, we have 7 pigs on the farm. 5 are Polynesian pigs, which are the pigs that the Hawaiians brought over on the voyaging canoes when they came years ago. And 2 are domesticated pigs called kune kune pigs, which are originally from New Zealand but were born here on Maui and have joined us at the farm. The Polynesian pigs are generally a wild pig you might find up in the mountains. The way I got our pigs is a lady called me from Haiku. She had 13 pigs on her property and needed to rehome them. Her landlord was evicting her. So we adopted 2 of the pigs, which we named Copper and Penny. They're a brother and sister team. Copper came fixed, but Penny came pregnant. So within 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days, which is the gestation period of a pig, we ended up with 4 piglets. So it was a lot of fun. The Polynesian pigs have a very long snout. That's what kind of differentiates them from the domesticated pigs. And our domesticated pigs are kune kune pigs, as I mentioned, 3 years old, and they have a beautiful furry look to them. They have long hair and shorter snouts and tusks on their faces, which is a lot of fun to see. Our other 2 boys, Wilbur and Ronald Weasley, are over here. Here you go, Wilbur. Wilbur, over here. So this is their dinner plate, and they will eat their food. Usually I put it in their bowls, but this is where we put the snacks like lettuce and treats and things. And so yeah, this is Wilbur. He and his brother are 3.5 years old and really good pigs. The station numbers, we have a program with ABA Classroom, so we actually have the kids come every Friday that are autistic, and they come with their therapists and they feed our animals every week. So that's a lot of fun. Every Friday they come from 3 to 5 and have a really great experience with the animals with food and water experiences. So our domesticated pigs are called Wilbur and Ronald Weasley, and they're brothers. They come from a lady who breeds pigs on Maui. We had a kune kune pig, and he died of old age, and I put something on Facebook about him. His name was Ha'ole. We miss him very much. The lady was following me on Facebook, and she called me and she said, I would like to donate a pig to your farm. I love what you're doing up there. And so she called me back and said, would you take 2 brothers? And I said, that would be wonderful. So she donated Wilbur and Ronald Weasley. Wilbur is a very smart pig. I've taught him to actually jump up on a little dinner plate that we put, a little board that we put food down on for him. And he's very, very intelligent. In fact, pigs are generally very, very intelligent. They're as smart as a 3-year-old, which is really interesting. His brother is also a little bit on the lazy side. He likes to sleep in and doesn't really come, to say hello right away. But he is a very handsome red-headed pig, and so named after Ronald Weasley from Harry Potter. And then our Polynesian pigs, we have 5 of them. We have Rudy, who is a big 650-pound black pig. He was found by a lady in Kaanapali Hillside her name is Terry, and she looked out the window of her door one day and saw a little 100-pound piglet standing next to her house. She happened to be the only vegan in the neighborhood, so that's how smart pigs are. She chose her house, went to her house, she decided to rescue him, looked around for the owner, and nobody claimed him, so she had him fixed and brought him to our farm where she boards him on a monthly basis. And he's a very sweet pig, very gentle. He's a huge pig now, though he's 650 pounds. He's been growing and growing. We think he's half Polynesian pig and half domesticated pig. We feed the pigs twice a day. We feed them a hog and sow feed that we put water in for the big Polynesian pigs. And we have bowls that we drop the food in so they can eat that. And then we also provide them with compost that we get from a wonderful restaurant called Fork and Salad. They provide us with compost 3 days a week. And so we have fresh fruits and vegetables that we give them as well. We do trim their hooves on a regular basis, as well as I do brush them every once in a while because they do get a little bit muddy. But it's ironic, pigs are always very neat and clean. And even their pigsties, they keep them very neat and clean. So we have straw in their bedding area. They sleep there, but they never go poop in there, and so that's really nice. So in our pig pens, when we designed them, we wanted to give enough space for them to be able to run around and enjoy themselves. We also made sure they had shade and a nice big tree in their enclosure area. And we also have a wallow in our big pig pen for the Polynesian pigs because they love to sit in the mud. So that's been really fun. And we do keep that, filled up all the time and allow them to have that nice bath at the end of the day. Yeah, so when we're on our tour, we educate the children and the parents about the pigs because there's a couple of phrases that are really inaccurate. Well, one is sweats like a pig. So sweats like a pig is not true. Pigs don't have sweat glands and they really don't sweat, but they do use the shade, the shelter, and the wallows to keep themselves cool. A second phrase I always tell the kids is if your parents come into your room and say your room looks like a pigsty, you can say thank you for the compliment. Because pigsties, if you look in their bedroom area, are very neat and clean. And the third phrase is, he or she eats like a pig. Well, that is true. The pigs seem to eat a lot. But we do try to limit their food because we don't want them to get too heavy because then it makes it tough for them to walk around. But pigs do love food, that's for sure.
Uvali ona ho mana ona ali kaulana ua pau halila ko makoino na pua ua pau halila ko makoino na pua